Hello everyone, we're back with Fate Grand Order with the Anastasia chapter. When we last left off, we had an awesome Golem v Mammoth fight, and that was cool. And Mashu got her transformation. Yeah, that's cool. She got her power up. Oh, power down. And yeah, we're on the final chapter now. Although I will be splitting it into half, just because it is supposedly very long. And I don't want my voice to die. So yeah, I know what ends up happening to Doc and Sally Air here, although that's going to be next video probably. I'm imagining, so first fight's Ivan, it's a writer, we know he's still alive, I mean who else would it be? Second fight, I think it's going to be Atalanta. I think, you know, she's going to turn on us, like it's been hinted at heavily. Or rather, stay turned on us, I guess. You know, Avise Brown kind of pretended, and Sally Air, you know, he's on our side, he's cool. But she's gonna turn on us, is gonna be the second fight. Then, the Anastasia fight, obviously. And then fourth, small spoiler here, we're gonna fight the tree. Because we do that every last bout. I assume we do that in the latest one too, I just haven't gotten there yet. So yeah, I'm assuming Beowulf's gonna have like a cool scene where either dies fighting Ivan or Atalanta. Like he ores himself to death. Billy? I assume he's gonna come back, right? They want to just kill him off camera. He would have had a cool dying scene otherwise. So he'll probably come back for Atalanta or... Yeah, so Beowulf will die versus Ivan. Billy will help us versus Atalanta. Then we'll 1v1 Anastasia in the tree. I guess. I'm assuming Sally is just gonna, you know, play some tunes on his piano. Okay. Oh, Sally Air can... Well, I guess that makes sense, supporting us, given, you know... Yeah, so go over to... Still grinding for Sally Air, still don't have him. I'm on Babylonia now. I'm probably going to start doing interludes before I go to the Epic of Remnants free quests, just because those one... The difficulty scales up, you know? So it'd probably take less time for me to read the interludes than it would do the free quests. Okay, let's get started. I can't believe... Oh, is my volume good? Yeah, that's good. Okay. I can't believe it. You really managed to separate Ivan the Terrible's true body away from that monstrosity. That golem really came through. Insolent whelps. Speak your names. Beowulf. My name is Beowulf. Beowulf, whom? The fearsome warrior turned wise king in his old age. What about you? The one who could... How does he know that? Because as far as I know, Beowulf wasn't really like a commonly known hero until recently. I believe it was actually Tolkien who was like, hey, how about we... This is a cool text, guys. Beowulf, huh? And this is the reason why it's like taught in school and stuff nowadays. Maybe I'm wrong though, I don't know. Because he's not a servant, so he wouldn't have servant knowledge. Anyway, what about you? The one who can fly. I am Atalanta. I see. The hunter's a Greek myth. What about you? What is your name? Anastasia. Anastasia Nikolavagna Romanova. Romanova? A servant from proper human history. The one who bears the same name as my beloved Empress. But you are not her. Not at all. I'm a descendant of the Romanov dynasty who reigned over Russia after you. I know nothing about them, although, yes, I see. The time for our pruning has come at last. No, you're wrong there. I'll never let this lost belt be pruned. What? Our history will continue and proper human history will burn away. These facts will never change. Now is the time to build a new eternal empire, together with the Yaga. So that's how it is. Dang it, pardon my French. And you would have me serve as your foundation? Yes. Grand Duchess, the crown is not something to be merely passed on. It's neither a gift nor a right of inheritance. Good. My body still moves. What kind of facial expression is he making? Like, is that a smile, or is that like just part of his face? Like this part. I understand all too well that the sun is set on my time. I see now that my vigor and spirit have all but faded away. My enemies are numberless, and my only ally is myself. I do not have so much as a single gesture with which to relieve my solitude. And yet, here I stand. Now then, Grand Duchess of the Beast Nation. Fight me. Prove to me you have the power of a Tsar. Oh, I will, worry not. I swear on the new Russia I will build in your absence. Then I too shall swear, on the old Russia, I'll never submit, no matter what the circumstances may be. You know, Ivan is actually pretty cool. I mean, he's only had like 3 minutes to actually talk, but he's cool. I like how he actually understands that, you know, she's just not like, kill Ivan, that, you know, he understands your motives. We had a cool sword duel, so this is as far as I go. So it would seem. But first, I must ask that boy there something important. Let me pass, servant who bears the name of my beloved Empress. Very well. Anastasia! I'm assuming he's talking about me, right? Nakadok? It's okay. He's simply making his final pilgrimage. It doesn't matter what they discuss. Our side will not be swayed. Maybe you'll even deliver the decisive blow for us. Ah, yes, that. I must say, I can't tell if the Master of Chaldea is merely dense, or he's deliberately chosen to turn a blind eye. Doesn't matter either way, but never mind that now. Come on out, Arcarius. I know you're there. Oh, so Ivan the Terrible has left for his last expedition. As his mentor, I am both saddened and overjoyed to finally see this moment. I bet, regardless of what he looked like, he was a Tsar through and through, even in a lost belt. Now drop the act. With him out of the picture, you don't have to be Metropolitan Marcarius anymore. Isn't that right, Rasputin? Whoa, what? What a twist! I would have hidden the fact that he was Rasputin if, you know, I did realize that was a spoiler. But, well, it's not. Everyone knew beforehand. Come on. Rasputin. Did you say Rasputin? Yes, I did. His true name isn't Marcarius at all. He just called himself that when he first met Ivan the Terrible. Without so much as a snicker. His true name is that's a Grigory Rasputin. He's the monster responsible for the Romanov dynasty's collapse. I mean, that's arguable. I mean, yeah, but although right now he's just a pseudo-servant possessing a human corpse. Since you knew the actual Rasputin, so you'd recognize him, you had to come up with a disguise pretty quickly if he's gonna fool you. I see. No wonder you. Sorry to spoil your gloating, but you're wrong. I'm not Rasputin. Their goal has come to an end, Kadak Lupus. What do you mean by that? Rasputin's wishes have been fulfilled, and so he is free now. And he may have been a member of the clergy, but he was also a guardian of the last of the Romanovs. The only reason he agreed to become a pseudo-servant was to ensure that she took the throne. Now that Ivan the Terrible has fallen, there's no Tsar left but Anastasia, which means he no longer has any reason to remain in this world. I trust all that is now clear. In that case, guess what we see is what we get with you now. Skiye. I don't know about that. I may not have Rasputin's desires any longer, but the prospect of a second chance at life does interest me. So now that my connection to this lost belt has ended, I think I'll continue performing my job as I see fit. Well, aren't you just a giant walking ego? Fine, I'll bite. What job are you talking about? My job as a priest, of course, granting my blessing to a newly born life. Very well, Grand Duchess. Long may you reign. So you refuse to kneel and beg my forgiveness, even after revealing your true identity. But that's alright. This suits you better. Thank you, Rasputin. In the end, it was your villainous scheming that returned Russia to its citizens, where it belongs. To be quite honest, I think you're an absolutely horrible man, but I cannot bring myself to hate you. Pretty much how I feel about Kirei. I hate that I love him. But could I ask one last favor of you? Now that you have any right to refuse. By all means, long as it is within my power. Oh, that's all I have to say. You can read lips, can't you? There's no lip flaps. You just changed it. It's like 3 frames. Of course I can. Very well then, it shall be done. With that, I bid you farewell, your Imperial Majesty, Tsaritsa Anastasia. What's wrong? Should I go ahead and kill him after all? He is one of your greatest enemies, isn't he? No, that priest was not my enemy. He's just a man who helped Russia to rot. Aside from that, he's just another man of the cloth struggling with the demons he was born with. I think that's why he is always so considerate to me, even here. Grigori Rasputin, I'm sure what he really wanted was... I see, he was an insufferable jerk, but I guess he did at least treat you with respect. Alright, let's get going, Anastasia. It's finally time to settle this. Once this last belt is ours, you're gonna be the Tsaritsa, I'm gonna be the victor. Okay, Ivan... Oh, we're at the palace still, okay. Can't believe we really pulled that off. His master and Mashu must still be at the palace. Come on, Atalanta, let's go meet up with them. Billy ought to be headed out there too, now that the Opashiniki are gone. Yes, you're right. With Ivan dead, there's only one thing left to do. Come, Yaga. It is time for the final battle. Totally not gonna betray us and Beowulf here, right? I was lonely, indifferent, wicked. Is this... Oh, Potsy hasn't had his arc finished yet. Is this him, maybe? Good, villainous, tyrannical. Or maybe this is Ivan on his walk. Simple, fearsome, clear-headed. Also all these things and more. I once had a dream. A dream of Russia as a land of joy and happiness. Yeah, it's Ivan. I must have been exhausted. A dream is all it ever was. Never a reality. Ruling over Russia was always a daunting task, but it was not the people's fault. It was the fault of the world itself. A world almost devoid of food and life. A world where only the strong could hope to survive. Walking. Walking. So much walking. It is as though I am on a pilgrimage. I once dreamed of days like this, back when I was human. Simple, ordinary days, that I could spend my time doing naught but praying to God. But even that small luxury is now gone. This world took it away. Young man from proper human history, here to restore the world to its rightful form. As the Tsar who leads this world, there is something I must ask you. Are you prepared? I found him amidst the blizzard, next to a servant. Ivan the Terrible. How good of you to come, pruner of humanity. As the former ruler of this world, there's something I would ask you. I hope you'll answer me honestly. What is it? Why do you wish to destroy our world? Is your own truly worth so much? Is it worth slaughtering each and every Yaga struggling to survive here? Huh? What? I don't know this. What? Your ignorance is the greatest sin of all. Master, I'm sorry. Is Masha already know then? With proper human history gone, this world gained the impossible, a chance at restoration. At first I believed that to be a miracle, but now that I'm awake, I understand the truth. Soon, our world will be pruned. The miracle of our survival have been for naught. We'll be driven to extinction, our very existence erased the moment this land dies. Huh? Don't be ridiculous, you demonic beast cast off. Fixing these lost belt whatnots will solve everything. How dare you call us murderers simply for working to restore humanity, you despot. It's despot, isn't it? Despot? I think it's despot. Silence, Cretan. I'm speaking with this master, not you. Do not interrupt again. Oh! As I was saying, do you have the strength of will to do that? To save your world means to destroy ours. If you do this, you'll be responsible for the death of every Yaga in Russia. So I ask you, what gives you the right? Are you truly going to order these Yaga to die? Answer me. If you cannot, then that is your answer. I will never lose. I will never retreat so much as a single step. I shall keep this world safe. He's coughing up blood. I still have not lost. These injuries are nothing to me. The lives you weaklings for proper human history have led are nothing compared to the suffering of my subjects. Behold the power of the Yaga. The power of the Tsar. Dude, Ivan's awesome. I went from not caring about him at all within the span of these 15 minutes to actually liking him. Dang it, Nasu, you're too good. Well, you know, Higashida, I think, wrote this one, but still. It's gotta be Higashida, right? Just because, you know, Avisu Brown Antalanta are here. Plus Billy and Beowulf. I think he's the America author. Like, who's in America? There's any Apocrypha servants in it. There's Karna, but Karna's... he's everywhere in Fate. Oh, can you see the rightmost pixel? I don't think so? No, okay, never mind. Okay, just one health bar this time. 500k HP. Should be easy. And I like how they made Ivan or like, I don't know, resolve texture. I don't even know how to phrase it. Like it would have been a lot less like cool in one word if it was against Kadak, for example. And plus, if he were the one to tell us about it, I think we'd be less trusting of him. But now with Ivan, like, sure, he has motive to lie, you know. Even if he'll be dead, he wants his Yasha to stay around. But still. Ivan has an interlude, right? I'm interested in how they characterize him outside of the Lost Boat. I don't know too much about the real guy, but still. I'm pretty sure he gets this interlude, like, soon, right? I know for some, like, singularities, they come out, like, right after. Like, I know the Salem ones did. We forgot to use the attack up. What level are we on this? Level 1 still? Oh, I guess it's a stall leveling. Remember back when the Mystic Codes first came out on the Japanese servers, like, this was way early on. They weren't available for much, by the way. They only had the first one for, like, the first, like, 2 months or so, probably. And when they finally introduced them, people thought that the numbers were bugged just because of how big they were. But back then, we might have still had the mass, daily quest for them. Well, weekly, I guess. Back then, instead of just having QP Day, it was a variety of things. Like, for example, there's Bond Day, which wasn't that useful back then because Bond only went to 5. Oh yeah, by the way, you wouldn't know this if you only played NA, since, you know, they had them from launch, but Bond 10s are periodic. They probably came out around, like, when London came out, maybe? America? Around that time. I remember Vlad was in the first batch, which was like, yes! Rise up, Vlad! Because, you know, they had to make all the artwork for it, so that's why it was staggered. I remember Anger Main, who didn't even get mentioned when they added him, but he got added with, like, the Big Zero batch. You know, because Angry Boy's perpetually not mentioned anywhere. Looks like he's going to be able to use his Noble Phantasm. I don't know if he's AoE or single target, but Hasan has guts, so not an issue. If it even kills him. Which, it might, like, you know, he's relatively low, well, he's half HP. If not, I think we have a hero and Axe in the back. Oh, he doesn't even use it. Huh. I have no idea what his animation looks like. I have used Ivan, like, maybe twice. No one on my friends list has him. I don't even know what his skills do. I don't even know what kind of deck he has. Like, Buster, maybe? Who knows? Yeah, Kira. Okay, finish him off. Yeah, but compared to the first Mystic Code, the 3 they added, the Plug Suit, Atlas, and whatever the other one is, their requirements are very high. But yeah. Yeah, I miss Master XP Day. Because back then, I think that's the only way to get snake jewels, which I needed to send Marie. So I just grind that. By the time I ran out of AP, I'd get a level up. And so I could just keep grinding it for snake jewels, which had like a maybe 1 in 10 chance of dropping. Because the monster you got was RNG. You were hoping for the snakes, I think. But usually it was the demon, I think, or something like that. I know Hearts have a similar thing with nowadays, I think. I haven't grinded in ages, like for Mets. So this is the end. And you stand here, though you still lack resolve. How fitting for one from the realm of the weak that is proper human history. And yet, that grief you hold in your heart, your empathy for others, we Yaga no longer have the capacity for it. You may be weak, but you're also happy. Yes, I remember now. My Empress, Anastasia, was like that, too. She did not weep over life's hardships. Instead, she wept for others' misfortune. It was that excess that I found to be the most beautiful thing about her. Yes, I see now. That is why this world was defeated. It is because we lost everything we should have cherished above all else. Victory is yours, Horsey. I accept my defeat. Even if you refuse to do so, I accept my defeat. And so, I must depart. Nice out here. Having the Terrible's disappearance confirmed. Holmes. It's true. Everything he said was correct. So sorry, Master. I knew what the ramifications of our actions were, too. I understood that protecting our history would mean destroying this world. So he finally went down for good, huh? Took him long enough. Good dog! I hate drawing stuff out, so let's just get this done. Atalanta, hurry up and finish them off. Now's the deal, right? You agreed that after they got rid of Ivan, that you'd help us kill them. Atalanta? What's wrong? Can't turn back now. Not after we've come this far. Or what? You're telling me you don't care what happens to those kids anymore? No, you're right. So sorry, Horsey. Yep. What a total plot twist. Hey, so Beowulf's still kicking. I guess he didn't help us out there. Well, he didn't need to. It made sense. Yeah, was he a support there? He might have been, actually. Base of the Great Tree. So, Berserker, Atalanta, Assassin, and Saber. Some Yaga dudes, I guess, helping out. It's so weird not having a foreigner. I hate that. Because Japan, I see a Berserker, I'm like, oh, Hokusai. The greatest thing to ever exist, come help me. And now I'm like, Enman? I mean... wish I at least had Abby. Who's the other? There's Hero and XX this year, right? Are there any others? Oh, no, there's one recently. Young Gulfei? However you say her name? Something like that? Let's switch this out for the Jean Alter. Yeah, okay. We need Skadi already. Just as life has winners and losers, so too does history. Does history itself. History's true winner was always proper human history. The world Horsey set in place. The losers are the lost belts, like the world the Yaga live in. This world is supposed to be pruned. Survival here is difficult, and happiness all but forgotten. But it is still alive. Life here may be harsh and unbearable, but it strives to endure nonetheless. And there are 6 other worlds just like it. That makes this something like a holy grail war. We equipped as you servants to try and ensure our own world wins. To battle with monsters in realms beyond your reach, and prove that you're the strongest of all. This Russia might be a rough place to live, but it's strong. It's got a real shot at winning. I'm gonna put my whole life on the line to prove I've got what it takes once and for all. I am sorry. You did nothing wrong. I admire your willingness to keep fighting, even after your world was destroyed. More importantly, I'm a heroic spirit from proper human history myself. I should be siding with you. But after I was summoned, I spent so much time among the Yaga that I cannot help but care for them. So I'm siding with them. No! You serious about this? You know, if you do that, you'll end up a drifter with no place to call home. If proper human history disappears, it won't be long before you cease to exist too. Even so, I cannot do it. Atalanta? I cannot desert the Yaga, not when I know too well the pain of abandonment. I'm afraid that doesn't change the facts, Miss Atalanta. As things stand now, you're simply refusing to face reality. Doesn't matter, because the other reality is, you guys are screwed. Nice one. That's a cool one-liner. Anastasia! Thanks to you, we no longer need to live in fear of the Tsar. I do appreciate that. But that no longer matters. Still, the least we can do for your efforts is to ensure that your deaths are quick and painless. You kidding me with this crap? This guy here won. Even the Tsar recognized that. Not handing him over to you now. Out of the way, you mean people, pardon my French. Bale, I'm so cool. I gotta level him now. Yaga. We know you're a good human. Please, just stand back. We don't want to kill you, if we don't have to. Dang it. Don't want to have to fight you all either. But, I'm still gonna make my way through you, whether you like it or not. Oh no you don't. Well, this would appear to be checkmate. Kadak certainly planned this well. How can he be so calm about this? Just look at Horsey's face. He's completely lost his will to fight. We need to get him out of here and there make our escape. I do not see Kadak allowing that to happen. With Anastasia keeping Beowulf occupied, we won't be able to count on his help. And Mashu needs to wait to gather the energy for her noble phantasm after using it repeatedly. My last ray of hope was Miss Miyamoto. She vanished from this lost boat. Billy shows up to save the day! Can't believe Atalanta went over to our enemy side. Can't you talk her out of this, Holmes? Until Horsey snaps out of it, Mashu isn't going to be of any help. I'm afraid not. Frankly, our hands are tied. Were this a matter of deduction, I could gather evidence about a case to find the truth. Were our opponents evil, I could handle them with logic, dialogue, and baritsu. That's the fictional martial arts from Sherlock Holmes, by the way. But this is something Horsey will need to overcome by himself. He is not a bullet we can fire on command. He is a master. Thus must come to terms with this on his own. We are his allies, the one who stands with him in the defense of proper human history. There's nothing we can do here but honor his wishes. Atalanta's making a move. She's about to engage Horsey in combat. Why did it come to this? You did nothing wrong, and neither did they. All I wanted was to save this world. Oh, not meant that. Okay, this is sad. You got me to tear up on the level first of Issei Beyond. It's probably the most emotional Grand Orders made me feel so far. Like, did I tear up in Solomon a little? Maybe. Like, I knew those scenes were coming, but it's not about that. It's about the writing itself. Same with this one. I mean, I didn't know it'd be so last minute, I guess. Like, so sudden. I thought it'd be something we prepared for and came to terms with in Lost Belt 1. But I'm assuming that's for like Lost Belt 2 and onwards. Yeah, we just kind of got to do it. I mean, we could just kill Anastasia and come back later for the tree. The tree killing the tree kills the lost belt, basically. That's something they'll probably establish next episode. Okay, so when's Beowulf gonna get his cool scene? After this? Like, his scene standing up against the Yaga, yeah, that's cool. But it's not, you know, Ivan cool. It's so cool that Beowulf and Billy got cameos. And Andalanta. I've never really liked Andalanta, but I appreciate her character. Just because, like, sure, she's waifu bait. But also, like, you know, she's not... She has, you know, flaws and, you know... I like that because, you know, there's some waifus, narrow... you know, sorry, narrow and everything except Fate Extra. Where, they're kind of more or less just perfect. And they don't have really many apparent flaws, if any. Like, that applies to, like, a lot of Fate, really. Like, not necessarily Saber. Like, Saber to a lesser degree. Like, she has her weaknesses, you know, her ideals as king. But her ideals as king, I want to help my people. Is that a flaw? Well, yes, but oh, that's mischarge. Okay. Why did I use the defense buff this turn? Who knows? Golden Rule? Oh, we still don't have it, so it shows the level of the skill when you use it. Wondering what that came. That's 7. I have this third one at 7 too, I think. Should I use that now? I'll use all 3. This is special occasion. Shouldn't have done that, it's lagging. But yeah, I still, even if I'm not really a big fan of her character, I still appreciate her. And I'm glad to see that they went their out of making your turn on us this time. My phone crashed, so I just kept it after the normal phantasms. Okay, Drainer, you're not allowed to use that Atalanta. Nope. Yeah, so what was this? I was talking about Atalanta's character, right? Although, where from like the original like, Greek mythology character does her love for children come from? I did look back at it a couple days ago, well, like a week ago. I know the ending to it, which is like why she's a cat girl. She gets turned into a lion because why? What? She got turned into a lion for some reason, and the Greeks thought that lions couldn't mate with each other. That lions and the jaguars, I don't know. The Greeks were weird, okay? Give this to him. Yeah, okay. So she wasn't able to have kids because she got turned into a lion. Which that sucked. But is that where that stems from, or is there more to it? I just looked at the Wikipedia article. There wasn't too much about her there. Like it mentioned the Caledonian boar hunt, the Argonauts, and that. I think those are the 3 articles on there. Oh yeah, she does use her bow in the anime. What? That went through my dodge! Admit. Oh, it's a one-time dodge, isn't it? Dang it. She got us good. Hey, can you like kill one of us? So I can bring a single target? I think Heroine X is next, right? Just please just kill one of us. I don't care who. Marie preferably, just because she's not as good as a support as the others. But yeah, anyone's fine. Oh yes, please, again. Thank you. I appreciate it, Atalanta. She's really strong. No, Saber Lit. Ah, dang it. Well, I'll take it. Stronger than Marie, at least. I think. Yeah, she's level 70, but let's see how much this does. She's gonna do like 100k, right? Not even close. Oh yeah, she doesn't have her animation update yet. That must have been pretty recently on the Japanese servers. Its waiver is probably our best damage dealer here. I still don't know why I think he's stronger than Merlin, but he just feels like it, you know? I swear that he is, just I haven't ever tested it or anything, but still. And if you could burn down Lily, that'd be cool. Or actually, should have needed to do that. Well, obviously this turn she has dodge. Probably should have waited, but what can you do? Oh, Merlin. I don't want my phone to crash again. I'm not gonna use a double phantasm. Hey, you get her. But as far as, you know, given Atalanta doesn't have a lot of screen time, I think they've done a good job with her character. But, you know, she was a side character in Apocrypha. She showed up a little in Apocrypha. Now she showed up here with a pretty major role. I'd call her one of the main servants. So, you know, compared to some servants, she hasn't had nearly as much screen time, but I like how they've handled her character. Even if her role here is very similar to how it was in Apocrypha. And I think arguably that's even better. Oh, well, Atalanta stayed the same, but Visebrion at a complete 180. I think both are good. They go to show how character can change depending on the circumstances or stay the same even in different circumstances. And I think that's something Visebrion definitely needed. Maybe not necessarily Atalanta though. Give me those bond points. Post battle? We got to, ain't? Then give Atalanta like a cool speech. Take your time. I'll just take a drink of water. Oh, come on, you can't show up now. Oh, really? No post battle? I guess her death will be next time? Huh. Yeah, very weird place to cut it. But that's probably the best place we can cut it from here. I think the next one will be about probably an hour-ish long. Probably, but maybe more like 50 minutes, who knows. Anyways, I'll see you guys next time for the finale of the Anastasia chapter. I'll see you guys then. Bye.